Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today I am going to do a video and kind of address another video that I uploaded last week. I'm going to talk a little bit about what goes on in my house as far as the paranormal goes. And I'm going to talk a little bit about something that happened very odd to me about, I'd say 15 minutes ago when I was outside getting my mail. I'm a little freaked out, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm a little upset right now. So if I act weird in this video, that's why. I hear kids outside, so if you hear those noises coming from the window, that's what that is. That lady just got home with her children, so that's what that is. Now, last week I uploaded a video about seeing ghosts who were wearing period clothing and residual hauntings. It was, a fast video kind of for me because I wanted to give you guys something. I want to do a paranormal video every week, but I didn't have time to do the ghost hunting video about me ghost hunting with my niece at the old house that's on, their property where they live. So I'm going to have that up for you next week. I'm probably going to do it this weekend and have it up for you next week. Except Monday I'm going to be doing a book review because, believe it or not, it's August 1st. I can't believe August is actually here. But, I did this video and it was, shot rather quick, and I was explaining to you guys why it was so hard for me to get that EVP video up this week. I was very busy. I don't know what happened and I don't know why it happened, but as I was watching that video after I already uploaded it and after I've already gotten a couple comments on it, I actually was watching it to add annotations because I wanted to link someone's channel in it, and I noticed that I got a voice on that video and it sounded just like a little girl. So I asked you guys, do you hear this? What does it sound like to you? Am I freaking going crazy? And you guys pretty much agreed with me, yeah, that sounds like a little girl. So I'm stuck here now thinking, if I have a little girl spirit in my house, where'd it come from? I don't know. But I've seen spirits in this house, and I told you that in the tag video I did, the paranormal tag, and I've never seen a little girl in this house. I've seen a little girl outside this house, and I suppose I'll tell you about that now. When I first decided that I was going to be a spiritualist and I wanted to work on opening my third eye, which is pretty much the eye that you want to open up so you can see and contact spirits and have some sort of psychic abilities, and I'm still working on that. I'm brand new at this stuff. I started meditation. Now when you meditate on your third eye, and it depends on what your beliefs are, guys, whether you're going to believe what I'm saying or not, you start to be able to see and hear and just experience new things as far as the paranormal goes. And I started doing that a few months ago, and when I started doing that, I absolutely 100% began to see and feel and just know different things as far as the paranormal went. When I first started doing that, one day I was actually making dinner, and we were having a quick dinner that night. We were making hot dogs, and I remember my husband was in the kitchen with me, and I took the hot dogs from the pot and I was draining it, and I looked up out my kitchen window, which is right over the sink, and my dogs were in the backyard, but I noticed that there was something by the fence. So I looked at it, and it was the fence. It was by the fence, but it was like not in our yard. It was over the fence, if you know what I'm talking about. When I saw it, it was a little girl. So I'm like thinking, oh, some little girl's trying to get our dog's attention. But the first thing I think is, our dogs would be over there like trying to get her because they love people. So they would be like, oh, pet me, no, me. And they'd be like knocking each other down trying to get the most attention. Now this all happened in a split second, so that's the first thing I think. And then the second thing I think is, oh my god, I'm seeing her, but I'm coming to the realization that she is not properly dressed for the time period. She was kind of dressed in the way that I would have been dressed when I went to school and I was her age. She was around 5, 6 years old, I would say. She had a backpack on. When I noticed her, she went like this and disappeared. I researched and researched and researched to see if there was any little girl on my street in my neighborhood who passed away in the late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s, and I got nothing. But then I started to come to a realization that there's no reports from my town of anybody being murdered, hit by cars, dying, except obituaries. So I do live in a rather small town in New Jersey, so I'm thinking that we just like to keep things under wrap for some reason. I don't want to go around to neighbors and be like, did you have a child who died? Because I don't find that to be very nice. But now that I heard that voice in here, I'm wondering, was that her? Because I did see her. Other things I saw when I started opening my third eye were orbs. I just didn't see them in pictures, and I have some pictures of orbs. Some people believe the only way that you know you have a haunting is if you get orbs in pictures, but that is totally not true. And if you read books on paranormal research written by very well-known paranormal investigators who have been in the field for years and years and years, you would know that. Getting an orb does not always necessarily mean you have a haunting. It's a good indication, but it's not always true, and you don't have to have orbs to have a haunting. Keep that in mind, please, people. I'm not trying to be condescending and mean when I say that, but I want you to know that, okay? Orbs are orbs, and a lot of times they're mistaken. Okay, you can have dust, you can have water vapor, whatever. I have gotten pictures of orbs being into paranormal investigation, and I have gotten pictures of orbs in here. But when I opened my third eye, I started to see orbs. I would be on the couch with my husband eating dinner, and something would float past the TV, and I'd say to him, "Don't you see that?" And he'd be like, "No." And I'd be like, "Why am I seeing these freaking things?" Because then I remember I saw one in the basement when I was doing the laundry. And what I was seeing was, it just looked like when you would blow a bubble, but it had a pink glow to it. Okay? And I started seeing things like that. I did see one really freaky thing when I was meditating on my third eye, and it was outside of my house when I looked out a window, and I don't want to talk about it right now because it really disturbs me, but that thing made me stop what I was doing. I have not been really concentrating on meditating on the third eye. I have it open as much as I think I want to right now, and you know, maybe when I get more balls up, I will open it more. But back to what we were doing with that video I uploaded earlier on. Getting that little girl's voice in my house was very freaky to me, because I do think I have a spirit here, because I've seen a spirit here twice. The spirit I've seen here reminds me a lot of my husband in his stature. He's a big guy, he's tall, he's broad through the shoulders, and every time I see him walking, he's usually walking past me, not directly in my path, but I see him go. I follow him, I say da 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 da, because I'm talking to him like he's my husband, and then I turn the corner and he's gone. And then from behind, I'll hear my husband say, "Hey, who are you talking to?" or "What?" I'll be like, "Oh shit, you know, that was a spirit." I see him twice in here, okay? But I've never seen a little girl in here, so I'm wondering, did I get an attachment? My niece brought to my attention that when we did that ghost hunting trip, that time at her house, she said we didn't ask it to stay there. We broke our rule. And I'm thinking, no. We asked it to stay there when we were in the house. And she said, but we did the barn, and we did not ask it to stay there. I don't remember if we did or we didn't. You guys know my short-term memory is shot, pretty much, but it's possible. And we got some children's voices in there, and I will be doing that video for you guys ASAP, I promise. And I'm wondering if I got an attachment, or if it's the girl from the street that I saw. I don't know. But one of my subscribers asked me to do a live EVP session, which when I'm done with this, I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to sit here on the camera. I'm going to do an EVP session. I'm going to have my voice recorder out also. And he asked me to do that and just upload it and see if you guys got anything. So I don't know. Now on to what the hell scared me today. I had an experience today unlike any other experience I've ever had in my entire life. I want you guys to know something. Me and the paranormal, I have paranormal experiences. I've always had. I feel I always will. But I don't want you guys to think that, like, I wake up in the morning, I sit up in bed, there's a spirit in the corner. Hey, ghost. I get dressed. I leave my room. You know, I go make breakfast and there's a ghost in the corner. Hey, ghost. That's not how I live my life. I don't want you guys to think that. I mean, be rational about these things. I see ghosts, but I don't see them every freaking second of every single day. Okay? Paranormal phenomenon happens to me every couple months maybe. And I had an experience today, and it scared the living shit out of me. And I want to come on here and tell you guys now, so let me tell you, because I'm running out of time. I went across the street to get my mail, because all of our mailboxes are on the right side of the street. I live on the left side. So I go out just normal like it's every day to go get my mail. Nobody's home across the street when I went to get the mail. Now the lady's home in both houses that are across the street. And I just opened the mailbox, and as I'm opening the mailbox, I hear the guy's house who lives in the big house across my street. The shed door opens, so I just hear it open, and I'm not thinking anything of it, guys. I'm not sitting there, I'm like, demon. I'm not sitting there, I'm like, ghost. Because I don't live my life like that, okay? I'm just thinking, oh, whatever. I'm looking through the mail, and I noticed that I got someone else's mail on the street today, so I'm like, stupid mail people. I put it back in the box. I put the flag up, and I hear walking on the pavement of that guy's house. He's got a big long driveway, and I hear it by his garage. So I look up, and I'm thinking maybe they're home. I should wave and be nice, not ignore him like a jerk. And I don't see anybody there, so I'm like, that's very freaking weird, but again, whatever. So I'm gathering my mail and getting ready to turn back, and all of a sudden my dogs, every time I go out to get the mail, they sit on the back of my love seat, look out the picture window and watch me. They go freaking ballistic. And when I say they go ballistic, guys, they bark, they growl, and they start howling through that window, and like they are pissed. So I'm like, oh shit, what the hell is going on? What's in the house? And I look back at them, and all of a sudden I hear on that guy's driveway footsteps running at me. So I look back at the driveway, and there is nothing there, but I hear the freaking footsteps. And I don't know if you can see my hair, but my hair is standing up. I don't know what the fuck happened to me today, but there was something in that driveway running at me. So I was standing there, and I'm staring straight at where it was. You think I would turn and ran, but I was just shocked, and I looked straight at where it was, and I said, get the fuck out of here. Nobody's like home in the neighborhood right now, so I wasn't like the crazy lady yelling at nothing. And it stopped. So I like turned and I scurried across the road really quick as I can, and I went in the house, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I'm like confused as to what's going on over there. I mean, none of our houses in the area that I live in are very old, but I know that doesn't matter as far as hauntings goes. Most of our houses were built in the 1960s. We live in the lake community, but our lake was dug out to build a railroad in the early 1900s, so there could be like, you know, spiritual activity. Spiritual activity is always heightened around water, so that was freaking weird, and I was freaked out about it, and I don't freaking know. That's my answer to that. Am I going to run out there into the driveway with an EVP recorder? No, because I don't want them to be there. Well, the lady came home. I saw her come home too. She's like a college teacher, and I don't want her coming out of her house and be like, what the fuck are you doing? But anyways, that's that. So I will have that EVP up for you guys very soon, and thank you for watching my weird video of ranting and raving, and thank you for supporting me through my weird experiences with the paranormal. Have a good day. Bye, guys.